Kwangdong Freaks kind of outthought themselves.
Yeah.
Like, they banned the Camille expecting the Azir pick to come in, as that is Annie. I really want it to be locked in. There it is, Bulldog! Gonna be playing the Annie, thank goodness, finally! It's ridiculously powerful pick is actually picked in mid lane.
A player who is very much on the cusp of solo queue trends. He plays a ton of solo queue. His playstyle almost embodies solo queue and how he lanes, and how he plays aggressively. It has been one of his greatest strengths, but also one of his greatest weaknesses.
And so, Wolf, is this
Hold on.
Oh, okay, never mind. Oh my goodness, that Peacemaker value was absurd.
It doesn't take away his stun either, so he could just kind of come up here, and every time Chovy wants to Q trade, he actually trades up with his rolls.
We've never had an Annie mid in the LCK.
That is insane. That's hard to believe.
That is nuts. I guess the LCK doesn't go back to Season 1, which is when I played the majority of my Annie mid. It was a bit sad.
Did not go very well. As Peanut's down here early, just Peanut things, no vision.
Oh, no slow onto Taeyun there as well, but they're going to still look for this as Jun is their target. And Chovy is now walking around in his gravity field, and Bulldog should be able to grab First Blood. Oh no! First Blood goes to Gen G as Pays looks for it. Oh, the flash was very cute. Taeyun's going to have to flash to get out of the way of that one, and Pays not going to pick up the second kill for Gen G.
We'll see what he picks up. He does miss the First Blood, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
I don't know if that will be shown here, but either way, this is just a really nice stun setup here for the Wukong. And Chovy, it was an interesting flash there. Chovy just walks it out here knowing he is dead. And down here on the bottom side, Peanut just extremely patient, waits for Jun to flash, flashes onto him, stun comes through. He did. And then Pays wants to flash for this. Makes setting up for those Tibbers and setting up for those big stuns in team fights very difficult and very punishable. As here we go.
Yep, Chovy once again going to stand on his gravity field, but there's the bear, and there is another kill for Youngjae. See how Bulldog's disintegrates are going now as we check this one out.
Look at no 6 here for Bulldog. And he's calling out the gank here. Let's go.
Yeah, and hits level 6.
6. Tibbers him for the stun. Got him. Yep. I didn't hear what he said there at the end.
Doran's also starting to have a much better time, as it appears, towards this top side. As Dudu's going to, ult him. Let's see whether the Mega Gnar can actually come through in time, as it should. As, yep, Doran going to be able to activate that one whenever he wants to. As Dudu, without very many resistances, not too worried by the looks of things, just because if he's the one aggressing, it doesn't really matter.
Yep.
All right, Doran, can you find anything? Gnar is going to be avoided. That looked a little bit silly.
The angle was almost good. Like, if he actually pushes him into the turret before the minion is in range, he takes an extra turret shot, and then Doran can then... And, you know, as Kwangdong Freaks here, you had a nice lead, but kind of started to lose control.
Well, Doran going to look for a little bit more here as he does unstoppable for the first bit, but there's too much CC in this combo. That is going to be a kill going over to Doran. Just patient play from Peanut.
As Bulldog does have his ult back up, they're just going to toss this Rift Herald into mid, try to get him some extra plate gold, but this is delayed.
Yeah, it is going to take a bit of damage as Peanut just going to take a bear to the head, and he does not want to deal with that. Chaos Storm not able to do enough either. And Rift Herald, I believe, was denied.
Yeah, denied, but
at what cost?
Peanut's dead, and this should be Kwangdong Freaks getting this Drake.
And yep, that's an interesting time for the upgrade of the teleport as he sidesteps the Q, and Doran will be fine. Doesn't have to flash. Ghost now on cooldown for Dudu. And the K'Sante feeling like it's in a more rough position. And honestly, like, the Gnar matchup into K'Sante is starting to feel like the matchup that it was supposed to be. As the mini Gnar, so annoying, the final hyper proc going to be enough. Weren't all that much of an issue. But in situations like this, right, like when you're not quite able to lock down the Gnar and then he can just chase you down the lane, like, maybe that didn't happen. It was an interesting maneuver. As, all right, we'll see whether this Rift Herald can actually get a charge as the rest of Gen G moving on over. Peanut's going to charge, and Shirley's going to attempt to. There she goes. So, some damage to the turret is going to happen as now Youngjae, Taeyun, right here as Doran's going to hit Mega at exactly the right time. Hits 2 Wukongs with his W, and now the Glacial Prison gets massive value. Why hasn't Peanut been playing this champion more often? As Pays going to take the kill on the Annie, and Peanut definitely did his time.
He played so much of the Sejuani, the Trundle against Sejuani.
Okay, it's a lot of damage once again, as Chovy's not going to get that kill either. Pays once again stealing it away from the guy that just wants to get to 1500. Like, come on, man. That's all right. Doran going to hop on top of the Rift Scuttler, and Youngjae going to be slowed down here momentarily. Chovy is trying to get some kills, but Taeyun's going to survive and go back home.
This is greedy from Dudu here. We'll see if he can pull it off.
Greedy or desperate. We'll see which one it's going to be, and it's neither. That's just a real dead Gnar. As Chovy teleports in, let's see what they can find here as Peanut throws out the Glacial Prison, finds it onto Dudu. As now Death Ray flying on through once again. Gravity Field does come down as the slowdown onto Bulldog going to be there. Jun throwing some bees towards Genji.
And you trade teleport for the on the Cassante and the Victor, and he ends up getting away with it. Doran not able to defend himself there with Mega Gnar.
And yeah. So, Chovy lives to see another day this time around. This minion wave coming on through as Peanut and Delight. They'll turn up as well. And Delight is just speeding after them, finds himself the Mantra Q onto Youngjae, connects the rope, and there's the Glacial Prison. Peanut hasn't missed one of those tonight. That is another kill going over to Doran. Another assist for Chovy.
It feels like
through gritted teeth.
It feels like the hitbox of that is just bigger for Chovy, or rather for Peanut, than anyone else.
Right?
The ultimate. It's crazy how many of these he could just line up, and that's a dead turret. This is going to be a dead Annie.
That's a very dead Annie, and that's another kill to Doran! 1,500, guys. You can make it to 1,500 today. Like, you know, if we're not already circling the drain, that's a pretty pivotal point. As Doran is going to find Youngjae, and there is a Glacial Prison. I think that's the first one that Peanut hasn't actually found, but it was Flash.
Zoning.
I guess you still count it.
Yeah, zoning prison there.
Yeah. A Glacial Zone.
Well, I mean, Annie has level 16. Could flash for Tibbers here, but they need to be on the objective. He's taking the long way around because they don't have vision through this choke.
Oh, Jin just walks
Bulldog.
through. That's unfair. As all right, Peanuts is going to take the Baron. Quandong Freaks, can they find a team fight? Bulldog up towards the top side like you were talking about. He does have to flash to get out of here. The Molten Shield does allow him to run pretty quickly, but oh dear, there is an angry Poro, and Chovy, he gets his first kill. I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to get back to you. Thankfully, this is the best of 3, so we've got time. As Dudu almost kills Taeyun there with his little dash to his teammate. As Doran gets behind this turret that is now no longer there. Another minion wave crashes as there is an R onto... Oh, that was beautiful. The wallop just fantastic on the Youngjae, who's just cycloning his way out of this situation. He burns down. It's the second kill for Chovy, and he makes it to 1,500. Absolutely fantastic. Peanut's going to go down, but so is this inhibitor, and there it is. We got to use the lower third in this game. Isn't it glorious? Tib is also getting amongst it here, trying to take down Chovy, who says thanks for the 50 gold, and he wants the other 50 gold as well. Now trying to get this flank towards the side. And Doran goes golden. Dudu not going to be able to find the knock-up with his Q, and now the Nexus is exposed. Doran hits the Mega, and now it looks like we're just going to be finishing this one off as there's another one, 1,501! My goodness, Chovy just rolling in the kills now. Is that going to be another one? That is just absurdity as he flashes and walks through the wall.
Yeah, you know, you're not going to hold that top 10 forever, and we got a lot of LCK left in our lifetimes.
Yeah, and it should be fine. Should be fine. Chovy does a hell of a lot of damage. Like,
now, as the Varus lane here, you have a tough choice to make. You know, Heimerdinger very weak on this patch.
Pyke is fun.
Delight's Nautilus, though. And
yeah.
I didn't think we'd get to see it after game 1. I was like, it's not going to be a day where we get to see Delight's Nautilus. You know, any melee Delight enjoyers besides me. Like, I'm like, anybody? I didn't think we were going to get to see it, but...
for Genji, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Hail Arrows.
You're basically saying, like, all right, well, we're trading off of lane power here in order to have engage later. Arrows are going to do a lot. Doran has no idea about Youngjae.
Might have a bit of an idea now, as he does miss the Shock Blast. Doran taking a bit of damage, might have to go for the Fat Flash, and there it is. Nails it. Immediately after him, Dudu comes in, though, as... Oh, no! Unable to find it. Youngjae not able to follow up. That was real sad. I believe Q was still on cooldown, something like that, or it was a misplay. As Peanut thinking about sneaking over. The vision really good here for Quandong Freaks. And they're playing with a lot of respect.
So much respect here. Even without seeing Peanut, they're even going to replace this ward as it times out. Peanut knows the timing of this pretty well. But also, like, they haven't been that far up. Like, look at this timing of Peanut. It's insane.
Yeah, immediately. The hook is going to connect there as Jun's going to flash immediately. Taeyun knew what was going on, but I don't know whether they can even stop this as Jun has to move out of the way, and he manages to get the kill. But goes down in the first place as Delight tanking some Mystic shots as that was an interesting cleanse. As Dudu has Jun now behind him.
Doran still doesn't have his flashback. See how greedy he gets.
Yeah, Dudu as well, flashless, but does have the teammate.
Yeah, they should see, or they should have identified that there's no June in the bot lane, so this Karma is somewhere else. And Chovy's not in mid, so like, where could she be? Doran definitely, I think, reading this pretty well. Like, this just doesn't add up.
Yeah, I like the defensive play, as he's going to get a fair bit of damage down onto Dudu, but still, with no flash available, I think Doran should be dead here as he tries to walk it out, but Kuldamik is going to be there, and unfortunately...
for Doran not having his flash and getting out of that.
Oh, okay, well, Peanut's over the wall. Youngjae going to use his Warrior Trickster to avoid the Winter's Wrath as Dudu comes around. Pays, he's going to be in here, but Peanut is just dead. This was, remember, game one was Genji just knowing all of the plays.
Yeah.
And this is Kwangdong Freaks just running the map.
I mean, your Varus is not in a game state where he could just carry a team fight here. You don't have vision, and Peanut's just over the wall.
As now they're looking to try and take down Dudu. Delight doesn't have 6 just yet. Wants to be able to get on in here and make something happen as... yeah, 1 versus 3 underneath the turret. Let's see how Dudu's going to do as he does manage to get the Dominus back up. That flash was really cute as Delight tanks the turret for about infinity amounts of time, and they are able to grab it, but that was pretty close.
Yeah, that was actually really sick from Dudu. He played that so cleanly as Delight just walks up and ignites him to tank the turret, and then the flash angle was just really so unexpected as we'll see if Pays can survive here top side.
Yeah, well, it's going to be real difficult, but he's able to get a kill back. You love to see it. Youngjae able to get out of the way of the turret aggro, but man, 1 for 1, you'll take those.
Yeah. TP coming up here to try to defend some more of this turret here. And Pays is rushing back as quickly as he can. Doran just TP'd top, and he was unseen on his recall timer here.
Oh, that's a very dead Jun.
Well, never mind in terms of setting up for this streak. I was like, all right, well, Doran's not there. He backed. They don't know. You're going to have to play this slow. Well,
yeah.
I mean, they're going to try to make a play on both bottom and top at the same time. Peanut's over here.
Crucial Barrage goes to Narnia as Peanut comes on in here. Let's see what they can actually get done as Pays can't get the kill. Peanut is able to lock that one down. The flash from Bulldog as he puts a bear on top of the pig. There's animals everywhere as the Incinerate doesn't land, but the Disintegrate absolutely does. And Peanut just decides to hit Tibbers because he knew that he was dead. Youngjae over here, but could be somewhat greedy. Doran in the area. Jun's going to move on over. There's the flash, gets the tether as Delight in position. There's the depth charge. Pays, sidesteps the ulti. You love to see it as Taeun once again going to throw out the cleanse as Youngjae moves on over. And Pays is going to survive. Man, Delight is super good at this video game.
And all the while, this top turret is getting removed from the map. Doran is pushing up here with Peanut shadowing. And plates fall away, so you don't get anything out of this, unfortunately. Trying to set up a follow-up dive with this flash Wukong.
Yeah, Delight actually coming over here, seeing whether they can dissuade Youngjae from going for any potential dive. As Delight finds a point-blank dredge line, and I think he's still dead. Yep, there he goes. So, as the arrows flying in, not exactly the scariest ones, as yeah, there's a shock blast. 50% Jun's health. And now they're going for it. Bulldog, can you find the kill onto Delight? Yes, they can, but immediately the Karma goes down as well. Emperor's Divide going to be used defensively to get rid of this Wukong as the shock blasts are raining from the north. My goodness. Doran just off to the side, playing a very different video game.
I like how Dudu is on top of Doran with ult and flash, and yet still Doran is at full health and shock blaster landing.
Yeah, I didn't. Wait, did that happen?
Like he's just not able to stop Doran from making an impact in this fight. Okay, Doran very aggressively forward now.
Yeah, he certainly is. As this fight over the Drake is getting a little bit dicey. Okay, they do manage to stun up Doran, who does a front flip onto Dudu. Immediately flashes out as the Disintegrate was placed quite beautifully, and the Jace does eventually go down. And now the Drake is going to be secured by Kwangdong Freaks as Chovy and Doran both died.
Yeah. This game is definitely not the peak performance that we've seen from Genji this season.
Well, there's a hook. Pays is here as well. He's got a lot of auto attack damage, and there it is. Does still respect the Renekton a lot and is going to flash away, but still picks up another kill. 3-2 and 2 now on the Baron.
Herald crashes through. This game is just non-stop craziness.
Yeah, it's just constantly fighting for these objectives as Chovy going to get out of there. Peanut may not be so lucky, but he does have Doran coming off to the side as Bulldog finds himself a double stun as he drops Tibbers. Delight not as tanky as he wants to be as Gen G. They will successfully back away.
Pace is like not even here.
Pace getting taken down very low as Tibbers, oh my goodness, okay, Pace almost dies. Is now wanting to lifesteal himself back to relative health as the Chemtech Drake now alive. Soul Point on the cards for Kwangdong Freaks, but they can't take these shock blasts.
Peanut's over here, and they can get Chovy into position, and that Leandri's damage is going to be so real. And without this Annie to engage anymore, the Varus will eventually come back. There's such a timer now on Kwangdong Freaks to win this fight.
Yeah, especially with the fact that Paze is just walking back from base.
He's coming.
He has to flash to get out of the way of Bulldog. And there's the Inspire. Kwangdong Freaks, they can still definitely fight this. It's 4v5. The Varus is able to walk back in. As now, there it is, Delight throws it out and the Annie is just going to fall. Youngjae has to Warrior Trickster to try and get out as Taeyun inside the pit, unable to steal away the Drake, and Genji just play it better.
Lack of experience here for Kwangdong really shining in this moment. You've got to push more aggressively, try to use your Ezreal poke.
Yeah, Youngjae is under half health. It's very, very scary, but he might be able to make this a 50. He gets it, he steals it! Youngjae's going to grab it, he does immediately fall as now Peanut looking for a little bit more. Kwangdong Freaks though, they get out of there.
It does feel amazing actually, is the Jace is not going to be, unless things go horribly wrong, having to flash in a neutral fight here as Peanut. Whoa!
Okay, well, Delight not really going to be able to offer too much here as Peanut's taking a while to die, but he will. He got the Tibbers cooldown. There you go.
Instead of forcing this because Dudu doesn't have teleport, he's going to come all the way down here. If Doran just walks away from this and gets a TP off.
Oh, if Dudu can actually win this though, that would be absolutely huge as Doran is now in a lot of trouble. There's the flash and Dudu manages to pick up the kill.
Baron, while he was doing this, this is kind of forgivable, right? He gets scouted here by the plant. And look at the vision here across the top side of the map. Like, the Annie is pushing top, no one is on the Baron, but there's no great vision here for Genji either.
It's sort of, yeah, it is really trying to do a lot of things, but also Genji is making some strange calls as Peanut is just walking away from some people. Chovy, Emperor's Divide as Youngjae gets delivered to him. There's the Cyclone. Jun not interested in starting off any sort of fight though, as Youngjae getting taken down so low. Dudu now going to be here, but Shock Blasts will connect, and now Peanut has to get out of there. Taeyun, man, when he actually does manage to get some space to do damage, he is very, very scary. And as we can see, now diving forward, Tibbers is going to connect onto Delight as Chovy goes golden. Dudu is extraordinarily squishy, but still does so much damage. Doran, can he actually create the space? The answer's no, as it's a double kill now for Bulldog. As Paze is extremely low, they're going to be able to take him down. Youngjae comes back into the fight, and there it is. Kwangdong Freaks just wipe the floor with Genji. And they'll now walk over to the Baron, and they'll probably win the game.
Finally, we get to see the Flash Tibbers engage actually do something in one of these games, and Bulldog is getting the POG vote for me because that play from him gets the double stun, wins Kwangdong Freaks the fight and the game, and we are going to a third game here. Kwangdong Freaks with a bit of an upset win here in game 2. Yeah. Genji looking very lost with this composition.
Absolutely, it was some real strange stuff. Is Delight just gonna go for some supportal combat? I really like that. Just ignore him, guys, as we're just, it's mano a mano. That's what we're trying to do here is, nope, he is gonna be taken down. So it's in fact Taeyun that gets that kill as well. Kwangdong Freaks, they even out the series. There are a lot of things there. As Taeyun, yeah, he definitely did a heck of a lot of damage. But it was auto attack. It was on hit Varus, and it was some really weird things.
I was talking about like why I liked some of the aspects of the Nihilus where you just try to weak side here and play around top. Oh, it's pretty sick though. Actually, you know, you're going to be able to match some of that. The Zoe, a little bit buffed.
It's something that we have seen a little bit in the LPL.
Great with Ezreal.
Yeah, Ezreal Zoe was. I mean that is a very old one.
I feel like the Zoe pick is not bad by any means, and if executed well, this comp has so much damage.
No, I agree.
And a great front line to boot.
I'm kind of excited to see how Kwangdong play this, just because... And his teleport's on cooldown, so it's going to be a bit rough, as Youngjae doesn't actually see this Vi doing the dragon. He's going to walk on over. It's okay. Peanut's going to have to get out of here. And
thanks
Young Jay's
for
gonna
leash.
say thanks for the leash. Exactly right.
THX for leash.
Oh, yes, okay. So he is able to secure it. A little bit of an early smite for Peanut. As Permafrost comes in, Delight moves on over as well, and Young Jay has to flash. Arctic Assault on cooldown, not wanting to risk it. Zeri pick pretty considerably as we can have a look at the replay here from Young Jay's perspective.
잠깐만.
우리가 먼저 와.
이거 세드 노플인데 얘들아 싸움하는 건 별로야?
나 따라갈게 그냥 라인.
일단 리셋 시켰어. 일단 리셋 시켰어.
받으면 돼.
라인 받아 먹어.
He actually charges there. It does
I
not
want to
smite
먹을게.
even.
저희
the,
여기로
여기까지도 나 이거
doesn't
빠질게.
smite the
맞아
dragon
라인 먼저
itself.
경험치 먹어야 될 듯.
Just a lot of communication there, all in one comm. As over here, we do see a potential dive setup.
Yeah,
Frost here picked up.
Peanut in position. Chovy looking to try and dive on forward. And like you were saying, Everfrost definitely getting picked up as True Shot Barrage just going to grab the kill.
First blood.
You love to see it. Taeyoon going to be able to lock that one down. And
We saw great laning. Okay, hold up. Young Jay.
all right, well, Peanut is going to be able to steal away the red and even follows him over the wall. Junna's going to be in position as Chovy wants to try and dive over, but Peanut, he's going to get taken down so low, and the trouble bubble is absolutely that. Bulldog's able to lock that one down.
Obliterated, and now Quagga Freak's going to take this Herald. We talked about all the complexities of the fight. Well, a man advantage is one of the best ways to just simply lock this one down.
Yeah, Chovy avoids the bubble. That's important as now he's dashing on over, looking to try and grab Young Jay, who's kind of put into the bouncy castle. Can they get the kill? Yes, they can. Also, the Rift Herald is going to be secured as now Chovy in his shroud, just trying to get that energy back. They pick up the eye, but there's the flash forward. It's a double kill for Dudu. Over the wall goes Chovy, so he's not going to be another kill, but now Pays is left to his own devices underneath this turret here. And Junna's going to look to try and punish Pays as well. Cleanse is going to be used. He does still have flash available, but there's the flash forward. Jun just wants to lock down this kill as Young Jay very comfortably just hits him with his flail.
At least going to be able to get some plates here for Doran on the top side.
And Kwangdong Freaks now set up for a mid-game with Ezreal and Zoe in a phenomenal position. And if we remember anything, that is a really good sign. A Solar Flare doesn't quite hit the mark. Dominus going to be used. Dudu does go down, but so does Delight. It's a 1-for-1 as Bulldog makes his way over. And once again, it is another sleepy trouble bubble. Bulldog not interested in taking down Peanut. He sees Chovy there. Wants to be able to lock him down. Grabs his flash.
This turret is so low.
Yeah, okay, there it is. And Cease and Desist going to come through. There's the flash out from Bulldog, though, as he turns it and picks up the kill onto Peanut. Now Doran, he's running away, but Dudu is chasing after him, and with Slice and Dice, he's going to close the gap, and it's another kill.
I mean, this is insane. Taeyoon, meanwhile, is just pushing mid plates. And Chovy's all alone on the bottom side of the map. You know how much these guys are communicating. This is Bulldog here on the play. Pulling it out. And Sleep connects, turns it.
야 이거 돼? 가봐
Said no flash.
손 해봐.
Stun him.
오우 야야. that's okay.
They certainly have, and they found Delight as well. As he's going to get stunned up, Doran's like, yeah, sorry, buddy, you're dead. And look, I think Doran, in that assessment, is correct. The Solar Flare comes in. Oh, okay, never mind. The flash, and in comes Doran. They're going to try and lock him down. Delight is a god! That was extraordinary. What the heck just happened?
Having a little bit less fun now, Atlas. The chase on Delight.
As Kwangdong Freaks get the bad news that it is in there, Dudu is going to get eviscerated immediately. Delight over to the side, finds the Zenith Blade onto Jun, as it is going to be Peanut that locks down the Dragon. Solar Flare only affects a little bit onto Jun, but he should still go down as Delight. I don't know how he's doing this. I don't know what he's doing, Wolf. It's insanity, but he's surviving another time.
I love how he just doesn't even flash either. He's like, I already know. I have the calculation.
Yeah.
And Genji get the top side turret. And this is okay. This is Delight.
Look at how casual he's sitting.
Yeah. Zenith Blade through. Solar Flare after the stun with the Q. He's got one more. Just turns and Doran's like, I got the damage. Presses W.
He's just like, no flash.
Dude's like, hold on, and then he's like, oh, this is really bad.
Certainly going to help Genji get out alive. Bulldog Doran, I'm not sure about that one as Peanut dives forward. That is a very dead Jace, but now is the fight going to want Taeun is going to get sniped by Chovy. As now Bulldog, what goes up must come down. Doesn't find Chovy there as, yep, goes Golden. But I think he's still dead as there it is. Shuriken backflip comes through. Young Jay not going to survive this one either. And I began to believe, Wolf, that they were going to be able to win it. But it looks like Gen G are still just that little bit better.
Now they're going to try to group up here for Baron after they take out June here. He has no flash. He has no way out of this one. So many ways to pick him off. Give it to Pays. Give him the money on this Zeri.
Yeah, he wants to be able to get through that wall, but June's running pretty fast with that Inspire. Can be a little bit rough. Pays with that huge overshield as well. As now Quantum Freak's looking to try and get on top of him, but he gets over the wall. True Shot Barrage connects also as Solar Flare comes down, and now Chovy. It's just his playground. Taeun manages to take down Pays, but can they kill Chovy is the question. Jun goes down. That is a double for the fight. Shuriken backflip doesn't actually land. That was a shock blast. I saw the damage come in, but it wasn't.
That scared me too.
Yeah, that was a roughie.
And they're just taking this map apart now, one by one. Turrets falling, and the push in mid.
Oh, Taeun.
Oh, no.
This is real dicey. As he flashes, Chovy picks up his 7. He's tied with score now, as into the back line goes Peanut, and he's going to be able to help take that one down as well. That's another one, and sorry, Score. You're now 10th place as far as our highest kills in the LCK.
Oh man, this is a heartbreaking loss.
It is.
This is a really heartbreaking loss. You can see the frustration on the players' faces. I mean, they had a lot of control in this one. They had the miracle win in game 2, but it's just not enough.
And now Dudu, he's going to go Golden for a moment. Jun in a little bit of trouble, but feels like Kwangdong Freaks have run their course. But man, it was really beautifully played in the early game. This team is full of extremely young players. He is able to get that portal jump up, and now Peanut looking to wrap around. And if they can just force a fight here, Gen G are in such a good position. As Taeun, oh, he thought he was going to safety, but he's not. There it is. Perfect execution is exactly that from Chovy as they lock down the Ezreal. And if you can hard engage onto Zoe compositions, it makes things so much easier. And Gen G, they do exactly that. That's the clean ace, and that will now be the game done. Doran's already in there, and they will finish this one off. That was angry Gen G being brought to a game 3 against Kwangdong Freaks, who stole away that game number 2. It was great play from them. They forced Gen G to play their best League of Legends in order to take it. This game was
probably going to happen this year, if not this season.
And Chovy also being able to do more damage than a Jace this game. It's actually pretty absurd. As speaking of which, I mean, like,
this is what we know Carrier wants to lock in. Big Nautilus Fen will be a pick that initially T1 composition looked like it could go in a more poke, long-range direction with Varus, assuming it's going to be lethality, and the Victor as well. What we're seeing now is that with the Sejuani, the Nautilus, and the Aurelia looking a lot more like a comp that might want to brawl in the early to mid game as the Draven R5 coming through here. That's adorable. I just was watching the crowd. Hold on.
No time for the crowd. Owner is going to face check, and he is going to go down. First blood. We got level 1 action here. T1 seemingly winning this one with Keria leading the charge on the Nautilus. His passive very strong, but Silas also incredibly strong at level 1.
Still going.
He's going to force another flash here from Zeus, and that will be the end of it. The Annie gets a kill, but guess who else gets a kill?
To ensure that Doran wasn't going to get dove.
Here we go again. Ignite actually used as Keria is getting a big chunk onto the light. He will go down as now Pays on the Draven trying to extend.
As, Owner, this time around, not going to get spotted. Very awkward spotted. Peanut is in the general vicinity.
They're just going in. They want to force this flash. I'm not sure that Doran is going to even go for it. He's got the Meganar, and he still goes for it, but it's late! All right, let's see if Zeus in the picture-in-picture is going to bite the bait. Yes, he will, absolutely, as he is in his W's trying to get on top of Doran, and he is not going to be able to trade it back. Peanut, you know it's Owner.
Just dive him on
Peanut's
the next
here too, but Owner already extremely tanky, and now they're winning the 2v2 on the bottom side too. Guma does take a big chunk as the Ignite is a bit late. It's level 6 for Zeus. Here he hits the huge stun over the wall. Zeus, you gave him this matchup, and he is taking it.
Not only is T1 winning the topside matchup, but they're doing so while drawing attention from Peanut, so Peanut doesn't get to snowball the bottom half of the map.
Yeah, and they're killing him too.
And they're killing him, right?
I got him, he said.
A very tough affair.
Owner's just going over the wall, and okay, not going to be able to smite it away, but here comes T1 looking to take the fight afterwards. Owner in a lot of trouble, but he is getting that stun on Chovy, who will be the first one to go down, as Ingo's Peanut will trade it back. The mid laners are down, but look at Guma just doing that damage, and Curry has full health! The support is getting in there, he's looking to take everybody out, as now Peanut is like, well, I'm not going to be able to take down Guma and Owner as they back away very nicely, and Carriers is going to be able to alley-oop that kill over to the side of Gumayusi, so a big fight win again to T1.
Used to go to on Silas' Pays.
Yeah, Pays is not a flash. He is in a lot of trouble as Owner is coming forward here, and there's the burst from the arrow from Guma downtown, as now Peanut is desperate to try to trade one back, and he will be able to, as Delight now trying to do that damage. Owner doesn't have much himself, but
Tibbers?
Yeah, Tibbers is really getting in there. Our 5th champion in the trade. Tibbers getting that damage in as Tibbers might be able to get the last tip, but no, it will be Peanut who steals it away from Tibbers. As now Chovy trying to get in the front line, a big Nautilus ultimate onto both. As Faker in a little bit of trouble, just not quite a flash yet, but Chovy doesn't have the damage yet, I don't believe, as he will get hooked under turret, but, you know, Chovy's pretty tanky at this point. Also going for the Everfrost build, actually.
Zeus has flash.
Let's see.
Doran is in mid, trying to get Prio there.
Chovy with Sedge ultimate trying to frontline and trying to bait out hooks. He's going to get one. Interesting teleport. Just wants to be on the side of his team.
Doran able to actually charge up his Narbar up on that wave.
Well, now he's going to be in the front line as they're trying to burst him down before Mega. Can they do it? It looks like no, as Owner's going to be in that front line, takes a massive amount of damage alongside. But look at Zeus in the back line, and Chovy as well. Who's going to win this backline fight as the Draven is just shelling into the Aurelia? Zeus will be taken out as Guma pushes them away. Chovy also taken down, though. A lot of low health bars on the side of Genji, as at least they have their jungler, though. Peanut sticking around.
T1 can contest here, don't have to.
Okay, it looks like they want to take the fight afterwards. The steal attempt not working as Faker is getting jumped on. He's got a massive shield, but it's not massive enough as Doran going to get hooked by Carrier on the backside of the fight. Definitely a nice big one for the side of T1, but look at this engage for Genji now. Chovy and Peanut in the backline, and Chovy's just so tanky as well. Zeus tries to access the backline, but just gets demolished by the Draven, who picks up yet another kill as Gumayusi is gone. Down will go the T1 members, and down should go this Baron for Genji.
That re-engage from Peanut.
Are they? Is he really going to try to steal this? I mean, this is kind of close, actually, as he's getting into the pit. The Chaos Storm is there as well. The damage, it's there, and it's stolen! You gotta be kidding me! They let the Sejuani in the front door! As now Faker's probably not long for this world. But the Baron is stolen away. Exactly how this will turn out, but oh boy. Guma just backing in mid as Peanut is trying to assassinate him by himself, and he's gonna get punished! As he goes in alone, look at his reaction on the cam too. He's like, oh no.
Yeah, that was.
He's having a great time though, as Peanut.
That was 700 gold over to Guma. And now we're going to go into this next fight with the gold again being dead even.
It's a big shutdown. I think that it was interesting timing. There's like no objective really to take as, this is not good timing. Peanut, no trickster, no way out of this one, no flash. He's even going to Cyclone. Just in desperation, Peanut will get caught out as Zeus is also just gonna die.
We're taking it. Do need to get out now, though.
Oh, they're both gonna get Everfrosted here. As nice buff for Owner might not be as lucky, but maybe able to turn this one around. Delight in a lot of trouble. He's gonna go down. And look at what happened to the Draven. He just ran straight into the Victor damage. As down will go Pace as well. And now Doran is just on the run. This game is a wild goose chase over and over again. As Doran will be able to get out, and so will Chovy somehow. But that is going to be Drake and kills to the side of T1.
I stand corrected. It was actually T1's Dragon. I'm sorry, T1. I didn't know. My apologies. That is It's the Varus flank, of course. With everyone's position being known.
Well, Zeus might answer the question for us as he's going in onto Chovy. Is it going to be enough damage? Yes, it should be. As Chovy is still on the run, and he will be able to get out. Flash expended for Zeus.
Zeus doesn't have vision. Chovy also crucially missing his stolen ultimate there. so it's not even remotely close. Now Genji has a really aggressive position here.
Faker is just running into them, did not have vision of this. He's got a massive
Tibbers TP!
Tibbers is going to be very useful, and now Guma's in a lot of trouble as well. The gank brush works out for Genji, and they will be taking down this Baron. As Peanut...
The game is... it's just chaos!
Oh, Owner's still here. But yeah, he's just going to dash away. Just try to survive as Nautilus returns to the Rift. And he should be going down eventually. You'd have to imagine Genji, a massive step forward now in this game. Not looking as balanced as it once was.
That might have been the breaking point of this game. Valdez is Peanut gonna die?
Okay, the lights here. We got TP here. Zeus is just going in on this one as Peanut with a excellent bait in this case. He's got stopwatch as well. That is another kill for the Draven.
Oh.
And of course the game does not end there. The fighting, rather, as Faker 1v2. Cyclone and tons of damage coming in from the Stolen Chaos Storm. Faker is incredibly tanky. I keep saying that, but he keeps dying, so it's probably not true. Not compared to the damage that Genji have. We're at a point in the game now, 37 minutes in, where I'm not sure if you want to give away a free Baron, though. Obviously, Hextech Soul is gigantic. Like, it is just insanely massive, right? But it seems like they don't want to give this away. And like I said, you give them 15 seconds, this Baron is going to go down, as it should be taken here by T1. Yes, it will. And the front line of Genji is being ripped to shreds, as Dorn is going to miss his Meganar, as we do have Pays in the back line just shelling axe after axe into this front line, and it should be enough damage. After all, even through all of the GAs, is a massive flawless duet does come in. Faker is alone up here in the jungle somehow, as he should be taken out eventually, as even the Boomerang to slow him down. Chovy will take him, and Zeus is the only one left. He's trying to stop this mid-wave, but it doesn't matter. They're just going to push in top.
Not going to be enough. Chovy picks up more kills, and this game number one, Valdez, gonna go to Gen G. Took a little bit of time to get going, but once they started team fighting, they didn't stop.
They did not stop, and that is going to do it. The Nexus turrets will fall, and so will the aforementioned Nexus. GG! Just having a good time. Chovy the most damage in the game, even though the Draven was what he was.
Well, the interesting thing was Chovy still had an incredibly low amount of deaths in this game, so even though the big moments came from, I think, Delight and Pays.
For Keria. And Renekton.
Yeah, now with the confirmation that it will indeed be Jay's top, Renekton... I assume Renekton with the Prawler's Claw build coming out here, and yeah, it's Claw in Dutch, so that one is
Claw.
That one is dangerously close.
Prawler's Clown.
Claw. No, just Claw to get more autos in, but also to sustain. And even though it has been nerfed repeatedly, still going to be a nice little boon. And we did see the win rates for T1 on all these champions. Faker's just there dings too, which is good because it's getting in somewhat dangerous territory. Still has cookies, still has potions, still has a Doran shield. There's all this ward. A false sense of security here for Chovy.
It's a cheeky one, and guess what? He's not even going to mid. He's like, yeah, Kassadin, whatever. I'm going to bot lane because that is where my bread is buttered. And
level 2.
He's right at this point in the game, as Peanut is looking to dive mid. So we're going to get the mega zoom out here from Jonah Strong. Faker in a lot of trouble. He did hit level 3. He's trying to trade this one back, even flashing to try to trade it. It's not going to work. His first blood will be given over to not Chovy. It will go to Peanut.
And might be able to look for it level 3 now for Keria and Guma.
Here comes the TP, though, and the Cocoon will land, but it's immediately cleansed by Pays, as it's Chovy who actually TP'd into this one. And, yeah, he'll just come down, clear out some wardage, and back away. Pays pretty low, though, as the flash comes in. Keria is looking for it. He wants the kill, but that is not actually going to work out for him.
Might be enough to zone Pays off of this wave, though. We do have Peanut here as well. Oh, he really wants to, at the very least, get the experience here, but looks like it's not going to be the case.
Oh, they're trying to dive on a Delight here as Owner will go up. This is a massive Pierce! Goes through the two of them. T1 will force the dive by any means necessary. As now even Faker's here. Faker's level 5. Not even level 6.
No, Peanut's gone.
Can't even jump. Owner is, yeah. Okay, that's going to be the end of him. Keria picks up that kill, and that is 3 on the board now for T1. Keria's using Flash to get small advantages in the lane, so might as well, right? We're getting in there once again. This dive not nearly as clean as the last one. They see Peanut, and they're like, well, let's take it slowly, but here is the follow-up. They reset the aggro. They're going in onto Delight, and they will be able to burst him down. The aggro, though, is onto Faker, but they can't take him down. It's another 3 kills into the pockets of T1 in bot lane.
Game 1 was very competitive, very fun, very back and forth. I am worried that this game will not have any of that.
Oh, they're actually trying to go in on this one. A bit of a 3v3, but here comes Keria. Trying to frontline for this one, a big shock blast into that back line, and it looks like Genji not going to chase any further into the jungle. So not only that, but actually they're looking for a bit more on the Peanut, who will have to flash away from this one. Faker still on the chase. It's like, please, I beg of you, and you please let me farm. Faker's coming in here as, Owner comes down from the rappel. That's a free kill over to Genji. As now the chase is on, though. T1 very far ahead. They will try to force this one. Peanut in a bit of trouble. He's going to get wild growthed up, though. As look at the damage from Chovy now. He's got the Ludens completed. He's trying to get on top of Gumu, who has to flash, and Pace is giving the shutdown. And all of a sudden, we might have ourselves a game. Lose from here, Chronicler. Jovi's like, you know, I'm just gonna take this into my own hands, right? Because he's the one who sets up the play. He's the one who sets up this teleport as well. Zeus will actually flash as all of the T1 fans are like, yes! And then he dies to the laser.
탄다? 탔어.
Might be one of the worst ones, except Chovy. Is Chovy
teleporting.
어디일까?
Where is he? Look at his spacing too. He backs away so that Zeus can get on him. But he's obviously still in range, and then
풀까지 빼고 죽였어.
I got him, and we even got his flash.
Faker picking up some early kills and already being level 11 is good, because that is the insurance policy, right?
Throwing everything into Chovy here, really trying to get onto this Victor. Chaos Storm onto him, and that will be enough.
Big.
Faker flashes in, gets the Victor. As they finally get Chovy out of this game.
There you go. That's money. Ooh, who's baiting who?
Oh, they see a hammer guy.
They know there's 2.
Yeah, they should know that it's Zeus too, but they have Delight coming on in, and the Wild Growth might be enough. And Note's going to go for the Polymorph, as he doesn't have Wild Growth. The slow coming in onto Zeus will dodge the whip, and the Gore Drinker value is massive, as Zeus will not be taken out, and Owner and Keria come in and punish, as 2 kills go the way of Gore Drinker Jace. As Peanut and Doran, will they beat themselves in again? The answer is absolutely yes. They get torn to shreds, as Peanut looks to be down as well. That is Chovy picking up a little shutdown there as well, as Pays maybe looking for a bit more himself, as there is a Kassadin. Another kill as well on to Chovy here, so double kill. Even they are getting zapped, right? So Peanut looking to draw in a lot of attention and potentially bait them into a fight. That was him on the forefront. Now the Wild Growth, as they have so much damage though. T1 trying to turn this one around. Keria maybe a little bit too far forward as Chovy jumps into 3 people, and no, it was just an elaborate bait the whole time. As now Pace is on the backline. Doran will get the kill, but Pace is all alone. He will have to flash over the wall here. Faker is just hunting for people. As Peanut and Doran should be able to survive against one Kassadin who's not level 16, but a massive fight once again for T1.
Right, Pace ends up going down anyway.
Oh boy, here we go again. This just never ends. And Jovi's dead, so that's huge, but Pace still alive, and Guma's getting pretty low, but it doesn't quite matter because T1 have 5 carries on their lineup right now. Even Keria is doing immense amount of damage here. So Peanut's gonna go down. He's gonna be chased through the jungle. No hope for him. That kill will be fed to Faker, and now we're just going to have a T1 brand Baron taken at 24 minutes. Okay, well, the fun never ends as Guma is being baited in a little bit. You see Carrion nearly dies, and now teleports used. As both teams just never-ending fights as they throw a lot into Peanut, though. You can see the health bars of Peanut and Doran actually taking a big hit in this trade. Carrion will have to back, but, you know, no fate's call at this point in time. So the chase is on. Wow, he actually just, he just dies to another arrow. And these guys are just falling apart. Down they go, T1, the slow and steady push with the Baron buff. They've only got 15 seconds left, but I think that's 15 seconds too many. Probably don't even need it at this point. As the poke is huge, the chains go in, Faker goes in as well, and nothing is going out. They are all in under the turrets. FaZe desperate to do something with the wild growth underneath this turret and underneath this Nexus, but the damage is just too much. Faker, oh, okay, they gotta hit the Nexus actually. That was a little bit scary. There are lots of low health bars, but T1 will get it done in the end. It was just, it was one guy can't do it alone, and, you know, I mean that in the way of the victor himself and how fed Chovy was, right? Gen.G as a team trying their best, but yeah, T1 overall just way too good at snowballing the early game, as you mentioned, and they snowballed it into a 12,000 gold lead at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm on point with these mouth reads today.
The Veldanalyst, his skills at reading pro players keeps getting better.
I'm the mouth
and better.
I'm the lip reader. You're on the.
Oh, this would be this. Yeah, there are still a number of pivots available.
Oh, okay. So I Jin support. I Annie is mid.
Yes.
Yep.
Assume it will be the Jin support. I haven't seen Carrier play Varus support yet, I think.
Here comes Peanut. He's on vision. The heal already used. And flash. As Carrier's like, no. This is not the way the spot lane will play out tonight.
But now, do you have Carrier and Guma moving over a little bit earlier?
Uh-oh. Did they go too far? Always the question, as a lot of damage into Peanut here. Delight as well, super squishy at this point, and Faker is looking for it, and so is Owner, trying to extend that Q, as FaZe will be forced to cleanse, as we are walking on the thinnest tightrope some of these plays.
No one dies.
Hey! There you go. No, it wasn't 75, it was 74. Oh, there you go. So first time for Faker on Annie.
So Papa would have known that as well.
Yeah.
He would have said, no, this is the first.
Yeah, he would have.
In mid.
Yeah.
As...
Ooh, he's going to extend that stun. There's the Q and a bunch of damage coming in. And there it is. Flash on in, but Doran is baited. As Zeus just laughs in his face and flashes away. He will win the 1v1.
Oh, he didn't have to go for that.
On, here we go again. A lot of trouble for Guma. He's going to have to flash here, but FaZe has got an axe for his back. As now, FaZe going to get an early cash in this game. FaZe, what are you doing? Okay, he's just trying to kill him, and he nearly dies himself. That is a stack of the rune here for Carrier.
Uh-oh.
And here we go. Peanut is here. Can he stop them, though? Faker's level 6 with Flash. Here we go. Tibbers, say hello to my little bear. As that is going to be a lot of damage already onto the Gen.G bot lane. Make it 2, and Peanut is just like, well, I got to try to do something, right? But Carrier baits him in, and that is a double kill for Guma UC. As Chovy's like, well, I'll just kill Tibbers, I guess. That'll make me feel better.
Yes. And unlike the previous game, where we had... in game number 2, in particular, a very clear scaling disadvantage for T1, even with... Oh, Faker has got spotted.
Uh-oh, he is looking for more. There's the root this time from the Jin, as FaZe will be forced to flash away from the scary bear. As Peanut should be able to secure this one. Just going to smite it down, so at least Gen.G pick up the Rift Herald.
It's not even his most iconic champion, because, you know, that's Jace or Cannon.
One of...
But
this
is the champion he debuted and then looked incredible, so I probably cursed him.
Okay, well, they see you. Can Zeus jump to the south here? He's going to run straight into Peanut as, yeah, you're not getting out of this one, buddy. As, okay, he's got Flash, though, as Doran's going to flash first. And they got the kill.
Flash first to show dominance.
You know, yeah, it's like, I don't need my Flash. As now Faker in a little bit of trouble. He's going to get arrowed. He's going to get poppied.
With Owner, but outside of it, Annie, lethality Jin.
Uh-oh. We've seen this before. as tons of damage already into the Ashe, but an arrow just traded. Now Chovy's in a lot of trouble. Double Cyclone should come in here, as there's the second one gets knocked up. But take a look at Peanut's Poppy, just gonna knock away Annie.
The Genji composition, while it does have a lot of powers in teamfights, scares me as Faker.
Oh, Faker, he tries to zoom ease away from that one, but he is going to get taken out by the Draven, of all people, as meanwhile Poppy died.
Really clean setup there to allow Pace to actually get his cash in. Well, while this is happening, remember, we also have the play on mid, and Peanut is like, no, guys, we can fight this. They could, in fact, not. CC chain, very nicely done. This is a fed lethality Varus, so even if you're Poppy with your passive, you're still going to get blown up in a matter of seconds. This is really cute.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, here, Pace.
Not a difficult
have a snack.
arrow to hit either. I mean, don't want to take anything away from Delight, but at the same time, this is just what Ashe offers you, as Poppy Copter going to knock away the Meganar. That's pretty large, as, okay, the huge burst though onto Peanut. He's going to be followed up on. Faker will have to pay the price, as Owner gets the eye and gets the hell out of there. Not looking for any follow-ups where T1. Maybe it's just Annie. Uh-oh, Chovy. What's going on here? A immaculate stun might save him. Dodges the house as even Zeus has to flash away. As, okay, the chain's going to hit Chovy. The follow-up should be huge, as there you go. The shots, 1, 2, 3 is blocked. And 4? No. Nice try.
Because unless you can match flashes, any form of CC from T1 kills you.
Oh, here we go again. Alley-ooped in, and Guma's just dead. Another cash in for Pays. Make that 3 in this game. Chovy in a little bit of trouble. The follow-up with the Cyclone might be enough to get him down, but Keria is zoned by the Chaos Storm. Doesn't matter. Owner is able to get the job done. They're trying to chase him down. Not sure about this one. Doran in a bit of trouble, but nearly able to take out the monkey on the backside of this one. Owner will just barely survive.
I'm a little scared by Pace.
Oh, look at this. Who's flanking who? We've seen this before. Zeus in a little bit of trouble, but there's the arrow straight into Faker, but not before he gets his stun off. He's alone in the front line, though. He's got Owner as they do come in from the jungle, but T1 are being pushed away. The Chaos Storm damage is massive as Owner goes a bit too deep along with his team, and Genji will get a very nice trade in this weird scuffle in the bottom lane. Trying to group around mid, that's not doing too much, but I suppose it's getting a little bit of space for Doran to just push bot.
Okay.
As he probably should not have jumped in there. He's going to get walloped and killed. Oh, over the wall he goes, as another house going to hit him, and now he's going to get behind his team and barely skirt away, but this is not really what you're looking for from a Baron push.
They saved Private Doran, though. He got out. Extraction successful, Valdez.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had to invest a lot of resources and also are wasting Baron buff, so it's not good. But they did get him out.
Still a nice power play, I guess. Could have been better, but
they're not. They might get this mid inner or outer rather, but I don't know if that's really what you were hoping for, and I don't even know if they will.
I mean, the wave clear is decent. There's the arrow. Scary is just like, no, thanks. I'm just going to flash it. Not interested in that, as Doran just a simple leap strike away. Zeus trying to 1v2 against the fed Victor and Peanut. Probably not the best angle, but...
Cannon minion in a dream.
Yeah, this will go down. There it goes. Mid-outer, finally claimed with this Baron buff. They did it.
Yeah, as you were saying, Val, that's not quite what you hoped for.
Zeus took a lot of damage in the trade as Faker just pushing forward, trying to stop the push once again. The scraps here of the Baron buff, you could say, still remaining. They're trying to make the most of it, are Genji, but not going to get this inner just yet.
Oh no, it's going to get spotted. They know about the flank. Yeah, you might have to give this one up.
TP from bot to mid as Zeus is trying to group up with the team. Chovy, a slightly awkward spot, but it looks like Genji will get the streak with no problem, as that's the knockaway of the Annie. See you later, Faker, says Peanut. And yeah, it's just a pretty safe take Void Staff going to be very important for Faker.
yeah.
He doesn't have any form of penetration so far, and he's the only AP source on his team. So if he wants to hit something with a lot of damage, and speaking of which, Peanut looks like he's burning down. Faker not going to take the chance as he flashes in. Peanut just caught in mid lane. And now Pays is getting run down. He's all alone, trying to trade it back. That's 2 free kills and maybe a bit more. As we do have the Cyclone into this backline, Owner's going way deep by himself. He's got a stopwatch though, and he should be totally fine. 2 kills on the board now for T1. Delight, you know he's just looking for any angle he can find. Chovy, decent amount of damage already onto him. It is just the one dragon. Here comes Zeus, though, with the wraparound as the arrow going to hit the clone. And no Poppy ultimate. This is going to be a potential fight angle for T1 as Meganar comes in, and the kiting from Karia's bullets is pretty strong, but T1 not finding an angle just yet. Tibbers is down and just zoning. And yeah, T1 not going to pull the trigger on this one.
Another heist. Gen G able to make their way out. And now the next Drake, whoever picks it up, will get that coveted Mountain Soul. Incredible amount of extra resistances. And for T1, this poses a problem. We will see Guma going towards the Cyrilda, getting closer to that now. Faker also has Void Staff available, but the damage of Zeus and Owner definitely not going to be nearly as relevant. Keria in particular going to be extremely sad.
Yeah, just pick them forehead, you know, like what could go wrong? Faker in a little bit of trouble though, he's getting alley-ooped, then he can't get out, that's gonna be Faker now getting caught as Doran in a bit of trouble, but he is Jax and he's got a stopwatch. He is in a perfectly fine spot, even hops forward as Owner's clone will bite the dust. Doran though not able to, you know, go into this fight, and Perry is actually looking to snipe him out here, not quite going to be able to as the chase is on. Zeus trying to buy as much time as possible. Even will Meganar them out as Owner not long for this world. Oh, trying to turn it around, but GA is popped. And down will go the Wukong eventually. You'd have to imagine. Yep, there it is. Another stun, and the follow-up from the laser is enough. This is, okay, we have 6 elemental Drakes in the game. We are about to have number 7. Meganar is gone. Now, this down it goes. Doran's got a great position too, just to prevent any flanks this time around. Chovy kind of covering the top side. And like I said before, as long as nobody gets picked and nobody gets out of position or flanked, you know, Gen G will have the advantage here. As there we go, there's the arrow in and Faker's gone. You don't have your Annie anymore. Now that's Mountain Soul to Gen G.
With the beefiness, Baron's still available for another minute. Gen G looking for the end.
Okay, they find Peas and he really dies. Oh man, that is the one guy that you cannot have picked, in fact.
Sums.
I mean, everybody can die to the damage as, okay, Carry is searching. He's gonna hit a Poppy as TP in the mid. Gonna prevent some backside, I guess. Here comes the arrow. Oh! It's gonna hit him and deny this turret. That was a very long-range arrow as well.
Who actually has a way of getting out of the way for an arrow? It's Zeus and Owner, and that's pretty much it.
Pretty much it's got to be Owner. Oh no. Here we go again. Peanut is caught and down he will go. The jungler of Gen G is out of the game.
It keeps happening.
And here comes Owner. They're gonna get even more after this as Chovy not sure about that one as in he goes, down he will go, and Pays is just gonna get sniped by the Jin. That might just do it, guys. I don't know. Gen G are looking for some kind of escape. It's Delight, he's got volleys for days, and that boomerang will miss, so it looks like Doran and Delight survive, but that is against 5 members at T1.
Why?
Well, 4.
Why? How is this happening again?
Teleport wards? What's gonna happen? Here comes Doran trying to frontline for his Ashe, and he's surviving quite a long time. The Zhonya's is buying time, and he gets out, but Owner won't have it. He will not have it. Down will go the turrets as they gotta click on the Nexus as Tibbers is just gone, but it doesn't matter. One auto will do it. T1 will take the game in 45 minutes. Chovy did the most damage by far, by the way. Didn't matter in the end.